Hello class 6th. This is the third video of the chapter sentences, and I have told you that sentences are group of words that makes complete sense. This is what I told you about sentences. And how many types of sentences are there? 4. Assertive or declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory sentences. This is what we have studied in the previous videos. Now let's see what are phrases and clauses. Alright, this is what we are going to study here in this part. Now, if you see on your page 10, the topic is phrases and clauses. And if you read this definition that is given here, that a phrase is a group of words that makes sense but not complete sense, since it does not have a subject and a verb. I told you in subject and predicate, that is the two parts of sentence, subject and predicate. I hope you all remember that. I told you that subject is what? Subject is that about whom or what the whole sentence is, and predicate has a verb and they make a complete sense. That is why they are called a sentence. But here what we are saying about phrase is that a phrase is a group of words just like sentences, but what you have to remember, see this word, that it makes not complete sense. So here you can see it is not making complete sense. Why it is not making complete sense? Because it doesn't have subject and verb. So remember this, a phrase doesn't have a subject and a verb. Alright, now let's see here some examples. Across the road, across the road. So there are no subject, neither there is a verb. And if I'm saying across the across the road, so is it giving a proper sense? Is it giving a complete sense? No, because what is there across the road? Who is there across the road? We know nothing about it. Then the second example you can see here, in the market. So what is in the market? Who is going to the market? What? We can have a lot of questions. So there is not a subject because we don't know about whom this part is telling us about, and there is no verb also. Alright, then it's not giving a proper sense. Is it giving any complete sense? No. So it is a phrase. Then see the third one, of great importance. Again it is the same way. In the garden, pros and cons, in front of, at the village, in spite of, on the chair. So these are all examples of phrases. And in phrases we don't have a subject and a verb. Alright, I hope this thing is clear. Then read again here this part. A phrase usually forms a part of a sentence but does not convey complete sense. So it is a part of a sentence but it will not convey you a complete sense. Alright, the above examples do not have a subject or a verb, and you have seen in these examples that they don't have a subject or a verb. Alright, now our next topic that is here is clauses. Now what is clause? A clause is a group of words with a subject and a verb, and is usually a part of a sentence. It may or may not make complete sense. So here what we are saying, like phrases, it is also a group of words and it has a subject and a verb. That is the difference between phrase and clause. Phrase doesn't have verb and subject, but here clauses, they have subject and a verb. And they are usually a part of a sentence. So they are usually a part of a sentence. In a sentence, you can find a part that will be your clause. It may or may not have complete sense. So it can also make or give complete sense, or it may not. Here this example, see, the boy is going to the market. Here the boy is going, you can see this part is clause. So you can see it is a part of this sentence, and the boy, the boy is your subject, it is your subject, and is going is what? It's your verb. It is verb, is auxiliary verb, and going is your action verb. So these are your verb. So you can see this clause has both things. Alright. The boy is going is a clause since it has a subject, the boy, and a predicate is going. Alright. So it has both things. I hope the difference between phrases and clauses are clear to you all. Let's read this features part again. First point, a phrase does not convey complete sense. It does not have a subject and a verb. That is why it doesn't convey a complete sense. But what happens with clause? A clause has a subject and a verb. It may or may not make complete sense. It is usually a part of a sentence. It is usually a part, like you can find a clause in a sentence. Alright, this is there the features of phrases and clauses. Let's do this exercise G. What you have to do here, you have to tell whether these bold letters given in your sentence is phrase or a clause, and how to check that it is a phrase or a clause. In phrase you won't find subject and verb, but in clause you will find subject and a verb. Now let's read the first one. She left the house at noon. At noon is our bold letter word, and see, this is a group of word. It is there, but it doesn't have a verb or a subject. So what is it? Yes, it is a phrase. You can see here I have ticked this phrase. Then second one is Mary embroidered a handkerchief for her mother. So embroidered is what? Verb. A handkerchief. Embroidered what? A handkerchief. So we can say for this is a subject. So we can say it is a clause. And third is the army fought with great courage. With great courage, can you find any verb or subject? No. So it is a phrase. Fourth is, in spite of ill health, she attended the party. Here you can see this bold one, she attended the party. So she is subject, attended is your verb. So it is a clause. Then see fifth one, the child was excited to see the peacock dancing. So this bold letter words, the child was excited. You can see the child is the subject, was excited is your verb part. So this is a clause. Alright. Now see the sixth one. A bouquet of roses was presented to the chief guest. So in this a bouquet of roses, can you find any verb? No. So if you can't find a verb, then, or you can say subject as well, then that is a phrase. So I am telling you again, just see that you have marked correctly. First one is phrase, second one is clause, third is phrase, fourth is clause, fifth is clause, and sixth is phrase. I hope you have understood this exercise and done it correctly. Now let's quickly do the last exercise, that is exercise H. Match the groups of words given in column A with those in column B. You will also find it interesting to combine one groups of word in column A with different groups of word in column B to form meaningful sentence. So what is being said that you can match column A with column B in many ways. Alright, you can do that. Now let's see what we can do. In column A, you can see the first part is she found. Here I have marked it with a small bag in the park. You can even do this with this second part in column B. She found a black puppy in the deserted street. You can, whatever is your wish, you can mark any like for this. Second is apart from chocolates. So here is apart from chocolates. Here I have marked she likes to eat cookies. Here you can mark this also, she loves to eat donuts. So any of these two you can write in front of second one. Then third is Neha had seen. I have written a black puppy in the deserted street. You can even write a small bag in the park. So again you can choose between these two which you find suitable. Then fourth is when Neha is hungry. I have written she loves to eat donuts. You can write she likes to eat cookies. Then fifth is the old man walked down the street. You can even write ran across the playground. It is up to you. Then the last one is the young boy carrying a bat ran across the playground. Again you can write even walk down the street. So it is up to you. For each one here there are two options given in column B, and according to your wish you can mark any of those. Alright, so this finishes our this chapter. Read phrases and clauses again, and don't forget that if you have to find out that it is a phrase or clause, you just have to see that there is verb or subject. If you can find subject and verb, then that means it is a clause. And it is not necessary that always clause will give you a complete meaning. But for phrase, you can never find a subject and verb, and it will never give you a complete sense. So that is the difference between phrases and clauses. Alright, so this finishes this chapter. Bye and take care.